It has been 6 months since TSMP, the next chapter, was launched at Congress. As part of the launch, we promised to inform you of our progress via a quarterly update. The main news for this quarter has clearly been the 6.3 magnitude earthquake that hit Christchurch on 22 February. The devastation is almost unfathomable. While the event has been such a tragedy, I've been incredibly proud of the Salvation Army and our response. What better example do we have of our territorial strategic mission plan at work? Dynamic disciples working together in a connected, streamlined, and mission-focused manner to provide support to those affected. Within half an hour of the quake, a command center was set up at THQ, and by the next day, 50 people had arrived from around the territory to help on the ground in Christchurch, with further teams set up at Wellington and Auckland airports to meet the hundreds of people evacuated from the quake zone. Since then, we've had more than 850 people travel to Christchurch to assist the local Salvationists. Incredibly, we have visited 25,000 homes, prepared 75,000 meals, and provided 20,000 food parcels. Thank you to everyone who has been involved in some part of the relief efforts. My challenge for you is to keep this same sense of mission and focus as you live as dynamic disciples back in your home core and centers. The youth of the territory had a very busy January. Starting with 7 delegates to the Time to Be Holy Conference in Sydney, they were joined by a further 77 for the Tri-Territorial Conference, Kingdom Come. The following week, 160 youth and leaders descended on Masterton for Amplify, our creative arts camp. As well as creative arts, there was a strong focus on worship and Bible study, with many of the delegates having profound encounters with God. The new soldiership material, Mission Matters, was released in February, covering what we believe our history and DNA, Salvation Army distinctives, and why we would encourage you to choose soldiership as your preferred discipleship pathway. Work has already begun on a second wave, a DVD-based supplement targeting a younger audience. Last month, 9 people having responded to the call to officership entered the training college, and we already have 4 people accepted for next year. We are excited by a number of corps showing significant growth over the last year and enrolling soldiers. For example, Lautoka Corps in Fiji, the Korean Corps Plant in Auckland, Waihi, Levin, and Invercargill. In an attempt to eradicate poverty and injustice, Johnsonville Corps has completed 2 recent fundraising efforts. Instead of learning about serving others, kids were asked to actually serve others by decorating cupcakes, making cards, cooking sausages, and washing cars for the congregation. They raised nearly $1,000 for children in Fiji. This was followed by a unique talent quest where people voted with $1 coins, raising a further $3,000 for the Weymouth Children's Home in Suriname. A major project for our youth and children's departments has been the development and launch of Safe to Serve, our policies and procedures for working safely with youth and children. Safe to Serve includes a comprehensive manual as well as a Getting Started training module. If you're involved in working with youth or children, it is a requirement that you receive training in these procedures. The building used by the Nest Community Ministries in Hamilton was sold a few years ago with the vision to have the ministries linked to the core in the central city. This is becoming a reality with the Early Childhood Education Center moving to Grandview and the remaining services moving into the soon-to-be-finished rebuilt Hamilton Core and Nest complex. A reminder that our internet contains a range of TSMP resources that are great for small groups and personal study. You can also track progress through the blog and get access to a range of resource recommendations. Feedback from people who have tried the resources have all been positive. No login is required. Just head to our intranet, click on Strategic Mission Plan, and help yourself. Over Easter, we'll be celebrating 25 years of Salvation Army ministry in Tonga. The Salvation Army in Tonga consists of 5 corps, 2 kindergartens, an alcohol and drug awareness program, mobile health clinic, and general social services. We thank God for the ministry and people of the Salvation Army in Tonga. As you can see, it's been a typically busy quarter. The earthquake has certainly been a focus, but for many of you, it has still been mission as usual. May God bless our efforts to grow His kingdom as we seek to be a connected, streamlined, and mission-focused army.